Hi, it's Amanda. Welcome to my channel. Often in my videos, if not in every single video, I throw in something about using products with only good ingredients, both in hair and in food. And I encourage you all to do the same. I mentioned too that I don't like laundry list ingredients and ingredients you can't pronounce. Both of those criteria for being something I don't want were based on gut reaction and not science. I will always still prefer products that use Ayurveda and natural garden and volcano-picked ingredients. But as part of my natural hair journey, and even more so because of this public platform through which I may influence some people, I want to be as responsible with that responsibility as I can. So I'm taking steps to educate myself, trying to learn more and more about hair care, and for me, a large part of that is understanding ingredients commonly used in the hair industry. They are inspired this new series, fully aware that I have seemingly abandoned others, but that's an old story. I want to talk about what is in our hair products, starting with shampoos. I have scoured the ingredient list of all of the shampoos in my current stash. I looked up anything I could barely read, pronounce, or I see often but I have no idea what it is. And now I'm here to share some information. Luckily for me, given all that small text and hard to pronounce words that I had to trudge through, many of the brands I have in my stash, namely Honey's Handmade, Cryobotanicals, Chocolate Kingston Curls, Main Crush, have tiny ingredient lists with herbs and plants and oils, and nothing derived or manipulated in a lab. Since I am in the middle of my Main Like Me reviews, in this video, I will cover all of the lesser recognized chemical ingredients in their shampoo. And as part of this information spilling, will include the EWG Skin Deep rating as well. If you aren't familiar, visit ewg.org. This will be a high-level set of information, main function and level of safety, as determined again by the EWG. I won't try to go into depth because 1, I'll lose my audience, this is not a chemistry channel. 2, the level of studying I would require doesn't seem necessary. No one cares if the tail end carries an unstable hydrogen bond that reacts this way or that with this or that. For my personal purposes, which I'm basing this on, when I'm looking at a list of ingredients on a hair product, why are they there and are they safe? If you know better and have a correction, please let me know nicely in the comment section and I will track any of those responses as a pinned comment, which means it'll be the first one. I'm going to walk through 17 ingredients you may have seen all over, but know nothing about, and don't be scared of the long names, they don't all bite. The basic makeup of a generic shampoo, from what I understand, includes water in the range of 40 to 70%, a detergent, often called a surfactant, thickeners, foam boosters, and others. Others could be oils, fragrances, or what have you. The first 12 ingredients I'm going to walk through are the complete list of those in the Main Like Me shampoo that I didn't know anything about. Another 2 are going to be common among shampoos in my stash, and I've also seen them in other shampoos that I've had in the past, and I just kind of ignored them. And then the last 2, I am actually going to reach out to the company, but meanwhile, I'm highlighting it here for full transparency. I will be reading from my phone. I took a lot of notes because there's no way I was going to memorize these and I'm not going to pretend that I did. So the first one is sodium C14-16 Olefin Sulfonate. EWG gave this a rating of 1 to 2. It is simply a cleansing agent. Number 2, I see this very regularly, Disodium Laureth Sulfosuccinate. EWG again give this a rating of 1 to 2. This is another cleansing agent, very mild and non-irritating. Number 3, Glycol Stearate. EWG gives this a rating of 1. This is an emulsifier. So if you're making a salad dressing, for example, you put in lemon juice and you put in oil, or you put in oil and vinegar. The oil and the vinegar are not going to mix. The lemon and the oil are not going to mix. But you put in some mustard. The mustard acts as an emulsifier. You whisk them all together and all of a sudden they're largely combined. That is the same way that an emulsifier works in a shampoo. So you don't have full separation of your ingredients. It binds everything together. Number 4, Polyquaternium 10. EWG gives this a rating of 1. Its use is to thicken products and condition hair. Number 5, Polysorbate 20. EWG rating of 1 to 3. And from what I understand, the 3 is because there are limits in concentration. This is both an emulsifier and a surfactant or detergent. Number 6, Polyquaternium 7, EWG rating of 1 to 3 as well. This is an antistatic by forming a film over the hair. The primary goal of most antistatic hair products is to add moisture back into your hair. Some, like primers, creams, and oils, do this before you dry your hair, which seals the cuticle and keeps it from creating the friction that leads to static. Number 7, Lauramide DIPA. EWG gives us a rating of 1. This is good for creating viscosity and is a foam booster, and it is easy to handle as a liquid at room temperature. So I guess it also means that it's somewhat of a stabilizer. Number 8 is Menthol, EWG rating of 1. This is an analgesic and a flavoring agent, and as we know, menthol is refreshing and soothing. And I do remember that menthol feeling that came about when I was using the shampoo, so it's on point. Number 9, Phenoxyethanol, otherwise known as glycol ether. This is an EWG rating of 2 to 4. This is a preservative. It has a faint rose-like scent, and it is often used as a substitute for parabens. It is also safe at less than 1% concentration, so you would hope that any products that do use them are abiding by that concentration rule. Number 10, sodium benzoate. This is an EWG rating of 1 to 3. This is a preservative against fungus specifically. It is not strong enough on its own, so it's always accompanied by another preservative, and that's normally potassium sorbate. Which leads to the next one, 11, potassium sorbate. This received a score of 2 on EWG. It is preservative, it is not particularly strong, and it protects largely against yeast and mold. Number 12, citric acid. I see this in shelf-stable foods a lot, and also in shampoos. It is just a pH stabilizer. Number 13, Panthenol. This receives an EWG rating of 1. Panthenol is pro-vitamin B5, and pro in this situation just means it's a precursor to vitamin B5. Its uses are for soothing, moisturizing, and it's also a humectant. And a humectant means that it draws in moisture from its surrounding area. So that could be the air or it could be water. Number 14, Caprylyl glycol. EWG gives us a rating of 1. This is a moisturizer and humectant, emollient, and a deodorant. Number 15, cetyl alcohol. EWG gives us a rating of 1, and it is an emollient, an emulsifier, a cleanser, and it controls viscosity. And here are the 2 I'm concerned about. They were found in my Annabelle's Perfect Blend shampoo. Number 1, diazolidinyl urea. This has an EWG rating of 3 to 5. Not even 1 to 5, but 3 to 5. This is an antimicrobial preservative, well and good. But then the next thing it says is that it's a formaldehyde-releaser. I stopped getting relaxers because of the formaldehyde. It is well known at this point that people don't like using formaldehydes. You go to the website and the first thing it says is that all of their products are made with the highest quality of ingredients. I would therefore like for them to explain to me why they have this in their product and why I should feel safe putting this product in my hair and on my scalp and have it potentially seep into, I don't know how that works. I feel like I'm being crazy if I say then seep into my brain. I'm not being crazy. This is just something that people are aware of. I haven't used my Animal's Perfect Blend products yet. They were going to be part of my BOB 123 series, but I would like to speak to the company first before I even open the shampoo. I contacted another brand when I saw they also use this and in all of their products. The quick response: hello, it is an antimicrobial preservative. We only use a small amount, 0.1%, because I also use Optifin preservative. It is safe, 0.05%, but I only use 0.1% per batch of about 24 to 40 ounces. Hope this helps. I appreciate the response, but I think for my own purposes, since I want to be able to use all of my products on my children as well, I don't want to think about concentration. I'm just not going to use anything with this ingredient. Iodopropanil butylcarbamate. That's very difficult for me to say. Butylcarbamate. This has an EWG rating of 2 to 5. It is a preservative, but some text that I copied, I'm reading this word for word, it says, it is acutely toxic by inhalation and should not be used in products that can be aerosolized or inhaled. Given I stick my nose in every single product that I test to give you insight into scent, I don't want to stick my nose into isopropanol butylcarbamate. If anyone watching this has any insight into these 2 ingredients and any reason that I should not be worried or concerned, please let me know, because as it stands right now, I don't plan on using that shampoo. But that's why I'm actually really glad that I'm doing this video. It's helping me a lot. I'm definitely going to go back and read all of this. I'm going to take these notes and I'm going to paste them in the description box. I'm going to do shampoos, deep conditioners, and styling products. And even just having the EWG ratings for me is very helpful. It was ignorant of me to make assumptions that because I can't pronounce a word, I shouldn't be putting it in my hair. But to that point, I never said that they were dangerous. It's more that I prefer natural ingredients. That brings me to the end of this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Please let me know in the comments section if you like this idea for another series. And again, any preferences that you would have for how I do this within reason. If you like my content and haven't already, please consider subscribing and turn on the bell notification button if you don't mind pop-ups on your phone. I will always say that. Like, comment, share, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Thanks, and have a good one.